been killed after a Ukrainian shell struck a residential house, as confirmed by the regional governor of Belgorod, Vyacheslav Gladkov. Belgorod, which borders with Ukraine, has repeatedly come under attack since Russia and Ukraine's war started in February 2022. Local authorities report frequent shelling, drone strikes, and evacuations in border villages. While Moscow insists its military campaign is aimed at securing Russian territory, Kyiv has increasingly targeted border areas like Belgorod as part of its broader effort to push back against Russia's offensive. The latest incident underscores the ongoing civilian toll of a war that continues to spill over both sides of the front line. Now, for this discussion, we are joined by Major General retired Gigi Dwivedi. He's a defense analyst, joins us live from New Delhi. Thank you very much, Major General, for joining us. And now, what does this increasing civilian toll and continuation of this war indicates about the evolving strategies from both sides?
Well, Asuma, currently, if you look at the war, it's in a state of stalemate. The war is being orchestrated in the two domains. One is the aerial warfare, where Russians have been continuously targeting the infrastructure, energy installations, and also the civilians casualties inside Ukraine. And second is the ground warfare, because currently the front line is more or less stable, but Russian efforts are to make tactical gains so that they are able to grab as much territory as possible. And Belgorod, you just mentioned, such locations are targeted of the frontline warfare, because small tactical gains are made, especially by the Russian forces, because they want to legitimize the areas that they are occupied. So therefore, such tactical battles are going on, but they come at a very heavy cost, because the Russian army has taken very heavy casualties to make small gains. It's like a meat grinder war. The very little, difference is being made on the ground, and these are the mass assault. It is the attrition warfare, and such locations, they become targets. But if I can say in a very summarized manner, the war today is in stalemate, while the aerial strikes are going on by the Russians, but also simultaneously certain ground tactical battles are also on. But on the whole, it appears that President Putin is in no mood to end the war anytime soon, and even the small gains are treated as victory by the Russian leadership, especially President Putin, no matter at what cost they are making these small gains. Asuma.
And Major General, how are we to differentiate between the information that's coming in from Russia and Ukraine? As you also mentioned that it seems like a stalemate situation right now, but we always hear this information warfare that's being used from both sides. How are we supposed to differentiate between what is correct, or what are we supposed to take of these information?
Well, information warfare is very much part of the modern warfare, because primarily it gives you two kind of payoffs. One is that you get the moral ascendancy, or you get a moral upper hand, and secondly you demoralize the opponent, and also you try to paint a picture to the global polity. But the point is that on the ground it's very difficult to make out as to what exactly are the gains or losses. But if you take a larger look, and through the military eye, one can make out that the gains are very insignificant. They are not actually making any major difference on the conduct of the war. Yes, both the sides are engaged, both the sides want to maintain the sanctity of the front lines, and therefore even a small tactical gain is blown up out of proportion as a major victory. So currently the war is being fought at the tactical level. There's no major strategic, offensive or maneuvers being undertaken. So all I can say is that information warfare claims more than actually what is achieved on the ground, and the international polity or those who are looking at the war closely need to understand what exactly the ground position. But suffice to say, there's no major gains being made on the either side, and the small gains are being played out as major victories to basically augment the information warfare, both for their own polity as also for the enemy.
Right.
Asuma.
Thank you very much, Major General G.G.